As a child, based on my condition, I was told I could never run. So I started to run. Professionals and specialists tell us a lot of things that can only serve to limit us. One very important thing that they don't take into consideration: our determination. I've run 20-something marathons, 100-something half marathons, and countless 5Ks and 10Ks in more than 90 countries around the world. The doctors were wrong. Every time they tried to write me off, I simply wrote my own story. Throughout my travels around the world, I realized that I wasn't alone. I'm running across the globe in search for others to have the audacity to break down perceived limits, showing us exactly where greatness comes from, beyond limits.
That could be a title card.
This is yet another first for Beyond Limits.
It's quite the backdrop, Mr. Price.
You liked it, yeah?
Welcome to Marrakesh, Morocco, where the ancient and the modern worlds collide.
It's been... I had hair the last time I was in Morocco.
I'm ecstatic to be back. This is such an amazing place to be.
I love Morocco. The people are friendly. The food is fantastic.
Across filmmaking, cuisine, and architecture, Morocco has roots and influence in all of them.
I know what it seems like now. It's quiet, it's peaceful, but just you wait.
This looks incredible, man.
Every street corner tells a story, and every person along the way has a story to tell. We're here to experience the culture, roll the dice on what the TSA will let us take back.
As much as I think that goat's head of yours that you're selling is really nice, I don't think it's going to go in my carry-on bag.
And to sit down with those that have gone beyond their limits. Between a Marrakesh market vendor, the fittest man in Morocco, with an actual title to prove it, and a conversation with a running legend, the first woman to officially run a marathon.
Let's go explore Marrakesh.
Fantastic. Lead the way.
Natural soaps, perfumes, paintings. I mean, you can get absolutely anything here, which is truly amazing. The only trick is finding your way the hell out of here.
This place is a maze. There are certain parts of the market where even Google Maps is like, you're on your own with this one. Good luck. Everyone is very accommodating. There's a lot of, no problem, no problem. Sometimes it's sincere and valuable customer service. Other times, it's a shop owner who tells you he's supporting his incredibly healthy looking dying father. But hey, everyone's just trying to make their way. Between browsing for handmade leather bags to huge rugs, you kind of wonder how these people are getting these things home.
Morocco doesn't disappoint.
The market was larger than life.
Old spices.
We visited a very enthusiastic doctor.
It's flour. Inside there is this seed. Black seed. Black seed. It's from Egypt medicine.
And was very direct with his instructions.
This way against cold. Open your nose.
Oh.
Whether it was a medical issue you had or made up, he had a cure for it.
This is to cook. Couscous, tagine, for everything.
That smells.
But cooking at home more good than McDonald's.
It was so nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh God, yeah, I smell like an old lady.
Every corner brought us to new districts in the market. Throughout exploring the maze, not wanting to leave, but would love to know it was an option. We met a wonderful local market vendor named Ahmed.
Another proverb we say, life without wife, like 50 without 5. That means 0.
He had an incredibly optimistic view on the world and on life. Why? Because he went out and discovered it.
Yeah, for sure. I was living in Italy for 14 years. When you live in different places, you meet a lot of people, different cultures. You know, you take the opinion from here, from other people. You make you rich.
Ahmed had built a life on exploring new places, and he owns a type of wisdom and assurance that frankly you can't have by staying insulated in your own town.
And then it's like somebody go in the mountain, go to the top of the mountain and they see what there is. If your heart is clean, is good, you can absorb from different people. غير انا ما كيصوروا ولا غير انا كيهضروا معاهم على السياحه وعلى هذا الشيء صحابي لا 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 لا.
The greatest things we'll ever learn, the greatest things we'll ever do, they rarely exist in a person's comfort zone.
You can learn and then you understand, you find the people bad, good everywhere, in your family, in other countries. I think the ignorance is the big enemy for everybody.
A pattern always forms when we sit down with people around the world. And today, it becomes a very clear call to action. There's a venture to be had in trying something new.
I want to thank you for your time, sir. It was an absolute pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Speaking of trying something new, I'm about to call a woman who definitely tried something new many years ago that shocked the world. But Kathrine Switzer, she changed history, becoming the first woman to ever run an official marathon.
You're about to tell Kathrine Switzer.
I'm very, very excited. Hello, Kathrine. Thank you so much. I am so grateful to see you again.
So welcome. I'm so delighted to be here, and I'm so honored. What an introduction. Wow. Thank you so much. Great. Where are you physically now?
We're currently in Northern Africa. We're in Marrakesh, Morocco.
Seriously? Fantastic.
A woman that opened the doors to marathoning to women around the world.
Every day that I run, I feel like, okay, great. I've accomplished something magical and wonderful for me. I had the sense enough to realize, even at 12, that your body never lies. If it feels good, it can't be bad. And I wanted every woman to feel that way.
Prior to 1967, it was quote unquote wrong for a woman to run a marathon.
Many people, especially in those days, said you're going to get big legs, your uterus is going to fall out, you're never going to have kids, you're going to turn into a lesbian, all of these things.
I want to take you back to that epic marathon where you changed history.
It was when I got to university. I went to Syracuse University. I went in and asked the men's track coach if I could run on the men's cross country team. And he laughed and he said, we can't let you run on the men's team because it's against NCAA rules. But if you want to come and work out with the team, we'd welcome you. And I said, great, that's good enough for me, coach. So I showed up and all of the men came over to me and were wonderful. And I said, boy, this is the sport I love. One guy in particular was a volunteer coach. And he said, hey, I'm the volunteer coach. I'm Arnie Briggs. I used to run the Boston Marathon. I said, and we've never had a girl before. And pretty soon we were running, 6, 8, 10 miles a day. And it was so exciting. Every night, Arnie would tell me another Boston Marathon story. And I said, oh, let's just quit talking about the damn marathon and run it. He said, look, if any woman could do it, I believe you could do it.
Kathrine has forged a career, a life, an index of inspiration, all because she decided, I've never done that before, so I'm going to go do it now. We'll circle back to Kathrine. It is quite a story.
I love Africa. I love Morocco. This is why I love it. You got this huge open square. You got people from literally all corners of the earth. You can buy anything you ever wanted. You want to have an experience, you know, go to a tropical island. They're nice. I like it. I like pina coladas. You want to live? Come to Morocco. You guys aren't afraid?
Oh, not scared.
Why? No poison. No poison.
Viper.
Viper, yeah.
Yeah, business. No more.
When you're in Morocco, it's a must to go to the market.
A little less dangerous than a snake.
When you see a city that never stops partying, you realize that a city that never sleeps isn't much to brag about. Every hour that went by, the more lively the market square got.
Here we go.
Perfect.
What's your name?
Steven.
Nice to meet you, Steve.
How much are these?
This one 150.
How much?
150. And this
150.
one is, yes.
I'm not a rich man.
Okay, how much your price per man?
Our first stop was on the outskirts of Marrakesh. There is something about being in such a cluster of people for 3 days now makes an empty street feel just a little bit lonely.
Let me show you the gym.
How long have you had this place?
2017.
Today, you're going to see the fittest man in Morocco and our friend Red.
Come on, let's have fun.
Red is an incredibly active member of his local community. Between emergency outreach and instructing local fitness programs, and in his spare time, he's become Morocco's fittest man.
140 kilos.
Fittest man in Morocco.
Yes. How?
That's a real title with a real certificate
I'll show you this later. You can see it on my profile.
that I too would have instant access to at all times.
I mean, the goal now is to go to the CrossFit Games. I'm able to do that. Now I'm fittest in Morocco, I gotta be fittest in Africa. So that's the actual challenge.
3 times a day you work out. That's why your girlfriend's here, because otherwise she'd never see you.
We work out together, yeah. Yeah, small steps are the key. Yeah. Like every day you just have to wake up, come to the gym, do the work, come back. That's what leads you to victory.
All of his successes, all of his accomplishments came by way of trying something he'd never tried before.
Like if you had to sit back, change the way you work, change the way you recover, change the way you eat, but don't change your goal. Fit is being able to move freely, pain-free. Like being able to play with your kid, to go upstairs, to hold groceries, lift your wife. Sometimes I don't enjoy training. I do not enjoy training, I just have to do it.
So why do you have to do it?
That's the secret. If you don't do it, you're not gonna reach your goal. It's as simple as that. You come, you do the work, you reach your goal. You're lazy enough, you're not going anywhere. It was great, of course. Thank you so much.
That's a firm shake.
We wanted to circle back to our chat with Kathrine, but let's do it in the heart of Ouarzazate. You might not have heard of it, and the odds are against you if you try to spell it. But I bet you've seen it. Some of Hollywood's greatest epics have been filmed on location here, and yet I still can't pronounce the name. So we hit the road, while respectfully ignoring the complimentary drinks.
Oh, there we go. That's the shot. How's it look, Mr. Price?
This is outstanding. He's doing a video.
Yeah.
He's doing a video.
Well, I'm out of a job, so.
Strong.
That's so good.
Our story with Kathrine picks up right before the Boston Marathon in 1967.
I said, Arnie, look, I said, if I wear a number in Boston, people are going to notice me. And he said, I know, and I'm proud of you. Isn't that amazing? So we were a motley crew, but off to Boston we went. So there's him, and there's a guy on the cross-country team who wants to come, and my boyfriend, who decided that if a girl could run the marathon, he could run the marathon, and he was a 235-pound, ex-All-American football player.
She signed up under her initials, not on purpose, just use her initials. And therefore the race director had no idea she was a woman, and she didn't know that women were allowed to run.
The officials are so busy trying to get the race started on time, they obviously didn't see that I was a girl. Poured into the starting area. Then the gun went off, and down the street we went, and suddenly I heard behind me a bus stop, turn, and there was Will Cloney, the race director, on the running board, and he said, hey, you, hey. The next day, out of the blue, completely blindsided because I didn't see him, but I heard him at the last minute. Jock Semple, who was the feisty co-race director, came running full tilt, grabbed me by the shoulders like that, and threw me back and tried to rip my bib numbers off. Oh yeah, I got one here, there we go. I was so terrified, I can't tell you, really, really, really upset. Crying and trying to get away from him. He has me by the shirt, he's pulling me back. Arnie's pounding on him, leave her alone, Jock, she's okay, I've trained her, leave her alone, and he smashed Arnie like that. And then my boyfriend Tom, with this incredible, the execution of this shoulder charge, just took him out. And it looked to me like Jock was airborne. Arnie said, run like hell. See, it's so funny in the retelling, but the tears are wiping the tears away, and Tom is bombastic. Arnie is screaming, I'm going to kill that Jock Semple. The press hung with me and were very aggressive. Where are you from? What are you doing? What are you trying to prove? When are you going to quit? It was wit. And I said, I'm not trying to prove anything. I only want to run. And I am not quitting. I am not quitting. You might as well go away. I'm not quitting. Arnie turned to me and he said, where do you want to do? And I said, Arnie, everybody wants me to quit because that's what they expect women to do. If I quit, I'm just going to prove them right. That women, they're always saying women are barging into places where they're not welcome and they can't do it. And I said, no wonder they can't do it if they're treated like this. I said, Arnie, I've got to finish this race, even if I have to on my hands and knees. I've got to finish.
That mentality is the reason she's where she is today. It's taking a step into the fog, into the unknown, into the undone.
I felt really glad that I had done it. I'd accomplished it. I knew I could do it, okay? And after 31 miles, you can do anything. Excited, we finished the Boston Marathon, yay. And when we went and got a shower and a beer, and the endorphins kicked in, and we were all happy. And I just felt this burden of responsibility. I said, this is important. We were on our way home that night from Boston to Syracuse. We stopped midway. It had to be around midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, to get a coffee and some ice cream to stay awake. When we walked into the cafe, the newspaper stands were filled with all the news, and we were on every paper, front and back.
That picture, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. No, this picture is worth 15 books.
It wasn't just the incident that really changed things for women, but the picture was galvanizing. And it, has gone down in history as one of Time Life's 100 photos that changed the world.
She simply doesn't believe that not having tried something justifies not giving it a try.
We crossed our fingers. They called an extraordinary meeting of the IOC in early 1981 with a board of directors, and the vote was 9-1 to put the women's marathon into the games for 1984. And it was, to me, as important as giving women the right to vote. because to me it was the physical equivalent of our social and intellectual acceptance. Marathon's the longest running event in the Olympic Games, and women were treated equally and they were treated like heroes. So it was a great moment.
Kathrine, unbelievable honor. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being such an inspiration, not just to women, but to people around the world.
Thank you, guys. When we meet again, I want to hear about Morocco. It's a place I've always wanted to visit.
Such a pleasure, Kathrine. Thank you so much. This has been
Guys.
lovely.
As the sun came down on Marrakesh, as we close out this African adventure, I feel, as I always do as we prepare to leave, a compulsion to put on my running shoes. You don't have a say in the matter. Your body, your mind, your being wants to run, needs to run.
We say it's not very important where are you from. It's more important who are you.
In a week filled with new stories, new people, and new experiences.
But never underestimate your capability.
Being able to do anything.
There's clearly adventure to be had in trying something new. The world is simply too big. There are stories simply too rich. Do not get curious about what's around you. Do not get excited about stepping into the unknown.
They say to me, I'm too fat, I'm too slow, I'm too old. What I tell women is come out and join us, or go out by yourself and just jog to the next telephone pole, and do that every day. And then next week, jog to 2 telephone poles. And I said, you're going to change your life.
Every success story we've come across throughout this journey started by taking a step into the unknown, into the unfamiliar, into the uncertain.
It's easy, like 6 to 9 months, you work out on a daily basis, you eat well, you'll see the difference.
I started off as basically a no-talent athlete, but very persistent. The human body is just unimaginable in what it can do.
So speak to a person you've never spoken to. Order something new off the menu. Discover what happens when you run a little further than you've run before. There's an adventure to be had in trying something new.
I'm absolutely drawn to it. Absolutely drawn to running. I need to. It's like breathing. I gotta run. I don't know how else to say it.
To Red, to Ahmed, to Kathrine, to the wonderful people of Morocco, thank you for showing us there's an adventure to be had in trying something new.
I'm going to guess on a scale of new to extremely old, both extremely old. That's my guess.
Oh, wow. Are we allowed to put money on this?